Day 13 began like the days before it, following a rhythm that was already becoming familiar to us. In the early morning, we heard the slight motion and soft sounds from the box that told us they were awake. We opened the flaps, and they began their little waking rituals, stretching, moving about, eating, drinking, and jumping up to perch on the sticks. Everything seemed ordinary. Everything seemed fine. Then, around 9 o'clock, just as it was time to add more feed, we noticed something terribly wrong. The larger black Barred Plymouth Rock was lying on the floor, still, while the others moved around her. My heart sank. When I touched her, she moved a little, and for a brief moment, I felt relieved. I lifted her gently into my hands and tried to give her a little water. But there, in my hands, she died. We were all shocked. What made it harder was that she had seemed to be one of the healthiest chicks. She ate well, played well, and caused us so little concern that, unlike the smallest one, she had not been the center of our worry. Only in that moment did I realize how much we had assumed she would be fine. We had no idea what had gone wrong. Her crop was not overly full. The night before, she had seemed normal. Even early that morning, when the chicks woke and began their day, nothing about her had seemed unusual to us. So we were left only with questions. Did she eat something that did not agree with her? Was there something in the chicken run that such a young and tender chick could not tolerate? Or was it something we never noticed at all? We do not know. And perhaps that is part of what made the loss feel so heavy. There was no warning, no clear explanation, no time to prepare ourselves. One moment she was part of the lively little group, and the next she was gone. It was a painful reminder that raising small animals also means living with uncertainty, vulnerability, and loss. In gardening, loss is familiar in one way. Seedlings fail, branches break, fruit drops before ripening. But the loss of a small animal feels different. It carries a more immediate sorrow, a stillness where there had been movement, a silence where there had been life. I had almost forgotten what that kind of sadness feels like. Day 13 brought us a reality we had not yet fully faced. Death, too, is part of caring for living creatures. And so, on this day, alongside all that we had been learning about growth, curiosity, and new life, we also learned something harder. That tenderness always carries risk, and that love, even in such a small beginning, makes loss feel real. Thank you for watching. If this was helpful or inspiring, please give it a like, share, subscribe, and tell me what you're growing in the comments. See you next time in the garden.